So here is, okay, let's start at the beginning. So one of the first things that we want to do is generate that token, right? So the API token. So we go up to our settings over here. We go to security extensions. And here's where we create our API token. So you just go like this, you type the token name or whatever, generate the token, and then this is the type of token that you're going to want to save off to the side and keep a record of that. Okay, so let's go back here and actually create the flow that I just described. So I create from blank. From blank again. And what I want to do is create a flow that has as its starting point a Cloud App Security event. So I just type in Cloud App Security, click on that. Then I have just the one trigger is the only one that's available right now. So when an alert is generated, okay? So when an alert is generated, remember the first thing we wanted to do was to post a message in Teams. So I say new step, Microsoft Teams, hopefully I spelled that correctly, yep. And it gives me a couple different options. So I want to post a message in Teams. I'll get the unique ID of the team, and it gives me a list of all the teams that are in my tenant. So right now there's only a few of them, but you can imagine this might take a little bit of time if it was a fairly large organization. So Contoso Help Desk team. And then what is the channel that I want to post this message in? So I'll say ServiceNow tickets. So all this has already been created on the back end. And then the body of the message, I can create that, or I can add dynamic content into the message. So it'll pull this information from the information in Cloud App Security. So I can say alert display name, alert type, the category, whatever I want to add to that. So let's say just alert display name and type. Next thing I do is connect to ServiceNow. So ServiceNow, and again, you can see that there's multiple options here. So I'll say create a record in ServiceNow. And I've already got my connection established to my ServiceNow database, which I think should be visible. Nope, not visible over there. Okay, so now it's going to give me an option for what type of records I want to create in ServiceNow. So let's say I want to create one for a user account. Oh, let's do password reset. Password reset request. Okay. Now it gives me a whole lot of information that could also be added to this ServiceNow ticket, and I can customize this however I want. And some of it will be dynamically generated information, like the created time. I can pull up the created time based on what was created in Cloud App Security, or I can define by the user. A lot of different things. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is for right now. And then the final step is I want to send an email to the network manager. So type in Outlook, then send an email. I get the option to send it to Isaiah. Get rid of that extra colon. Specify the subject for the email. And I can create whatever I want here. So I can either add dynamic information from ServiceNow. You can say created and body, created by, and status, whatever. And then just save it. Okay. So now the alert's been generated. I can go back here and change the name of it. ServiceNow ticket. Save it. All right. So now what I've got is this flow called ServiceNow ticket. Now what I would do is go back into my Cloud App Security, go to my policies, find the type of event that I'm curious about. So let's say multiple failed login attempts, since this was a password reset scenario. And this doesn't necessarily mean this is how you'd configure it, but just as an example. So you notice in the alert section, I've got this ability to send alerts to Flow. So I check the box, and then I have the option to select a playbook. Okay, so there's ServiceNow ticket. So now I've associated this policy with that ServiceNow flow, which means that anytime this trigger or this policy is triggered, this multiple failed login attempts is triggered, it will kick off this workflow in Flow and create that ticket in ServiceNow. It'll send a notification to Teams, and it'll send an email to the network manager. So that's a pretty cool one.